Nostradamus. His predictions have fascinated the world for centuries. Written in poetic code, his quatrains often appear vague, until history seems to catch up with them. But one passage, Century 10, Quatrain 49, has caught the attention of those who study both prophecy and science. He wrote, "Garden of the world near the new city, in the path of the hollow mountains, it will be seized and plunged into the tub, forced to drink waters poisoned by sulphur." Could this be a cryptic warning about Yellowstone? Let's break it down. Garden of the world near the new city. Yellowstone is often called one of the world's most pristine natural reserves. It's truly a garden, lush, wild, and vast. But the phrase near the new city adds an eerie detail. Roughly 90 miles west of Yosemite sits Newman, California, a real town with new in its name. While it's far from Yellowstone, it's close enough to be within reach of regional environmental consequences, especially if the eruption triggers secondary effects across the western U.S. In the path of the hollow mountains. Yellowstone's mountains are hollow in the most terrifying sense. Beneath them lies a supervolcano with a magma chamber 44 miles wide, enough molten rock to end modern civilization as we know it. It will be seized and plunged into the tub. This could refer to a massive caldera collapse, something scientists say would happen if the magma chamber violently empties. The entire region could sink, leaving a gaping crater and destroying everything above. Forced to drink waters poisoned by sulphur. This one is not metaphorical. A Yellowstone eruption would unleash sulfur dioxide, ash, and toxic chemicals into the atmosphere. Rain and water systems across multiple states could become acidic or contaminated. Rivers, lakes, and groundwater would turn deadly. The day after a supervolcano erupts, the world would wake up to an unimaginable reality. The landscape would be altered beyond recognition, with ash blanketing everything in sight. The air would be thick with particles, making it difficult to breathe. Survival would depend on immediate action and resilience. But what would the world look like the day after? A supervolcanic eruption wouldn't be like Mount St. Helens. It would be hundreds, even thousands of times stronger. Pyroclastic flows would vaporize everything in a 50-mile radius. Entire towns would disappear in seconds. National Guard units would be overwhelmed. There's no way to stop it. The sky would turn black with ash within hours. Planes would be grounded. Emergency systems would be jammed. Millions would be caught off guard. Ash would spread across most of the United States. Feet of ash in nearby states like Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. Inches of ash as far as Chicago, New York, and Washington, D.C. Ash is not just dust. It's microscopic glass and rock, sharp enough to destroy engines, clog lungs, and collapse roofs. People would struggle to breathe, vehicles would fail, water systems would clog, electricity grids would short out. The sulfur released would block sunlight for months. Temperatures would drop worldwide, crops would fail, famines would follow. Scientists say we could lose 40 to 60% of global food production in the first year. Livestock would die, food prices would skyrocket. For countries that depend on imports, collapse would follow, stock markets would crash, banks would freeze, global shipping would halt. The internet, powered by fragile infrastructure, might go offline in major regions. Martial law would be declared. Riots could break out over water, food, and medicine. Cities would see mass migrations as people flee to rural zones, seeking safety or falsely believing they're out of range. Rivers and lakes would become acidic. The rain would burn crops, even snow would carry poisons. Purifying water would become a life-saving skill. Boiling wouldn't be enough. Most people wouldn't know how. Without clean water, disease would spread. Cholera, dysentery, hepatitis, hospitals would be overwhelmed. And without electricity, most would fail. Yellowstone could alter Earth's climate for 5 to 10 years. Growing seasons would shrink. Global hunger could become the norm. Cold summers, harsh winters. The last time a supervolcano erupted, Toba in Indonesia, it reduced the global human population to just a few thousand. Yellowstone could be worse, and we're more vulnerable than ever. The poem reads like science: a beautiful land, hollow mountains, a collapse, poisoned waters. maybe it was just metaphor, or maybe he saw something coming. The question is, if he was right, are you ready? Would you survive the Yellowstone supervolcano? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to learn how to prepare, subscribe for more survival missions.